All good? Firstly, on behalf of the government, with my colleague and friend, the Minister of Finance, I truly want to express my gratitude and appreciation to Tony Shepherd and to the Commissioners and to Peter Crone and the Secretariat on their enormous effort in putting together the recommendations of the Commission of Audit. It is clearly a very comprehensive document that focused on, of course, the largest areas of expenditure, which also happen to be the fastest growing areas of expenditure in the Commonwealth budget. There are 86 recommendations. Some of the recommendations the government will be proceeding with in the budget. Other recommendations the government will not proceed with. Some other recommendations are clearly in the public domain for debate and discussion. What this report proves is that we have inherited a mess. The challenge now is to get on with the job of fixing the mess, and we will. In the budget, in May, we will outline the first word in responding to the major structural challenges left behind by our predecessors. The fact is that unless structural reform is undertaken, Australians will have a lesser quality of life in the future than they have today. And that's why we got on with the job of commissioning this report. That's why we got on with the job of dealing with some of the structural challenges that have been left behind by the previous government. I have no doubt that there will be many issues that are highly contentious and somewhat difficult for various stakeholders and some in the community to accept. But there is an overwhelming challenge here, and that is to ensure that the budget is structurally fit for the future. We are addressing it and we are focused on it. I'm going to ask the Minister of Finance to say a few words and then we'll throw it open to you.
Thank you very much, Treasurer. What the Commission of Audit report clearly shows is that the spending growth trajectory that we've inherited from Labor is unsustainable and needs to be addressed. What it shows is that on top of $123 billion worth of projected deficits we found after the election, the spending growth trajectory we inherited from Labor continues to deteriorate beyond the current forward estimates, unless we take corrective action. Now, the Commission of Audit makes recommendations on structural reforms and structural savings. The government in the budget will pursue structural reforms and structural savings which will build over time and which will help put us back onto a believable path to surplus. The question might be asked, why are we doing this? Well, to extend a theme very much defined by my good friend and colleague, the Treasurer, because our goal is to replace the age of entitlement with a new age of opportunity, where in a stronger, more resilient, more prosperous economy, everyone has the opportunity to get ahead. That's why we're so committed to repairing the budget mess we've inherited from our predecessors. That's why we're so committed to implement all of the policies to build a stronger, a more prosperous economy which we took to the last election.
So why don't we move from